Hello everyone, we're here for another part of a very special series, the Sayuze Chronicles with Venusaur. This time around, Sayuze, our protagonist, our hero, is up against Reyscarface in a best of 5 for the Coronavirus Premier League, and he's almost definitely going to encounter some of the villainous Venusaur, so he's going to have to watch out for that, no doubt, no doubt. However, he may very well be prepared, as not only is he encountering Venusaur in some of its weaker generations, where maybe there is just a slim chance of taking it out, such as RBY, GSC, ADV. Actually, ADV might be one of its better generations, and DPP and Black-White. But, on top of that, he also now is ready. He knows that they're going to come and get him. And maybe, just maybe, he'll come with the counters. So let's go and see. So game 1 is RBY, as I said. We're seeing a lead Starmie against Alakazam. So far, Venusaur free. They're going to exchange Thunderwaves, which is basically a handshake of RBY between these two leads. We're going to see Alakazam crit a Psychic, but no drop, so it's going to basically be an even start, and we're just going to see them hacking away at each other, trading. So yeah, that's fine. Finally, Alakazam's going to get a drop, which is good for Sayuze. But we're going to just see chilling here. Another drop there on recover. Okay. And Ray is going to just continue to recover, I guess, predicting Psyche. She's trying to PP stall a little bit. Yup. We're going to move this to fast, actually, because there's a lot to see, and we don't have all the time in the world to see it. Finally, Snorlax is coming out of full process, timely for Ray. Going to both set up Reflect as the opposing Snorlax comes in the Body Slam, and they're going to just trade some hits here. Yep. Finally, the Sayuze one is going to be weakened, so he's going to be forced to rest, as the Venusaur comes in on the rest. Venusaur is going to Swords Dance here, but it's going to be taking a lot of damage from Blizzard at 55%. Over, it's going to get a Sleep Powder off on this Starmie. And now he's going to go for a Razor Leaf, but unfortunately the Executor is going to come in, so it can be kept in check for the time being. However, it's already gotten to sleep, which is a lot. So Venusaur already doing work. We're going to see a critical hit here from Alakazam and a critical hit from Starmie on each other. So they're both going to heal up, and now we're just going to kind of see another sequence like we did at the start of the game. Nothing overly exciting. However, Ray is going to be able to make some leeway on the recovery PP that Sayuze made some leeway on before, which is worth noting. Ray actually only has 20 recovers left in the Starmie, which is a lot considering we're only like 33 turns into the game. Finally, Ray's going to rest his Snorlax, so we can see nap time. However, Sayuze's going to take the offensive and go Tauros. We're going to see a couple Body Slams here. Another one into Reflect, interestingly enough. Fishing through it. No critical hits come, though. And then a Body Slam for Ray is going to hit the Executor and paralyze it, which is really fortunate for Ray's side. Psychic here. Body Slam. Soft Boiled. And yup, we're just kind of going through the motions at this point. Venusaur comes back in on the Wake Cover, and he's going to beta switch really masterfully done rare by Reyscarface and his Venusaur. And we're back to square one. However, it's a Thunderbolt Chansey, and it's going to take out that Starmie in one hit. So there's some luck on Sayuze's side there, that's for sure. Now we're just seeing the Chanseys duke it out. One with Reflect Up, the other seems to be the Bolt Beam variant. And now we're going to see Snorlax try and break through, but it's going to be a futile effort with Reflect Up unless it gets a timely critical hit. So Snorlax is going to rest, and the opposing Snorlax is going to come in and just start trading damage. We're going to see both step Reflect, trade Body Slams. Don't see any critical hits. Now Chansey's going to come on in. He'll be paralyzed, though. Going to take a lot from the Body Slam, but he's going to get a Reflect Up finally, and now he's going to rest up. And we're back kind of to square one. But Snorlax comes in Alakazam, and we're going to see another Snorlax sequence here. And an early rest from Ray just to save some PP. It's smart. As Sayuze reveals, Earthquake is indeed his fourth move. Ray has not yet revealed his fourth move. Could be Earthquake. It's not going to be Ice Beam. So it's probably either Earthquake or Self-Destruct. So here we go again. Just kind of going through the motions. As Tauros comes in this time to try and fish for a critical hit. Doesn't land it. Now forced right back out. Back in. No critical hit again. Now Venusaur comes in on the rest and he gets another 13% chip, really whittling down this Executor. Masterfully done, truly. And finally, Executor is going to say, okay, I can't handle Venusaur anymore, so he's going to explode into the Chansey. With the Venusaur still staying alive. Finally, a critical hit from the Tauros on Sayuze's side. I guess in the Tauros War, which he's going to unfortunately not clinch as he doesn't Hyper Beam there. And then the opposing Venusaur is going to be fodder. So finally, Sayuze kills the Venusaur, but at what cost? It got to sleep and it whittled down the Executor. It was really masterfully done, as I said before. So here we are now, Rhydon's out. And Reflect Snorlax, so it's going to be a pretty long sequence, it seems. And we're just kind of going through the motion, but finally a critical hit there from Earthquake, but it's not quite enough for the net kill. But it leaves it at a rest number, which basically means he can't heal all the way up. So Ray's doing the right play, because if you had a certain number that's like divisible with 256, then you can't actually heal up your Snorlax or other Pokemon. So Ray's going to get a free rest there, and that's going to really give him a lot of momentum here. He's going to give him the Snorlax as well. Chance is going to be paralyzed. Chance is going to get Heat Wave off, but he's going to die in the following turns due to another paralysis. And it looks like Snorlax is doing a lot of work here. He's going to finally self-destruct here. And it looks as if the Rhydon is going to win the game here. Yep, so Ray's going to win the first game. Venusaur, while it did die young, it was able to do a ton. No doubt about that. So it's already doing work. Let's go to GSC, the next generation. I'm going to put this on fast. We're going to see a lead Venusaur from Ray here, interestingly enough. And he's going to get out of the way, knowing that he cannot mimic the great Eagle Vank in his lead Venusaur sweeping, unfortunately. However, he can set spikes up, make some progress, and he's already scouted quite a bit to see when Venusaur can pick a spot and really go in. We're going to see Rapid Spin Cloister from Ray, indicating it might be a bulkier team. So that's good. Spikes are now up on the other side. And Steelix is going to get in on the Thunderbolt. It's just some roaring around. Yup. Thunderbolt there, interestingly enough, it's going to be almost dead Zapdos there. I'm trading for just a little bit of chip on the turn. Not sure if that was the best trade there for Ray. So Sayuze might be out to a decent start, although there are spikes on his side. It's going to be Lovely Kiss Lax as well, but it's a Restock Umbreon, so that's actually good for Ray. And we're going to get the Cloister in again. Lays up spikes. And we're back to where we were before. Just kind of rolling around with Steelix, gets an Earthquake and a Coon. Forces the rest there. And it's going to be Thorlax, interestingly enough. Okay, he's going to get a Body Slam off there. And the Venusaur's in. He goes for a Swords Dance as Raikou comes in. And Raikou's going to be forced out, so already Venusaur forcing switches, making things really pivot around, not sure of what to expect. Very well done. And he's going to get the sleep off on Skarmory, which is great. However, it is Curse Rest Talk Skarmory, which is kind of a counter to Venusaur. So, unfortunately, in this generation, it doesn't look as if the Venusaur is going to be able to do much work. However, CZ really has to go so far out of his way to bring this stall team just to be prepared for the terror that is Venusaur and GSC. Truly highlighting how effective it is. And despite bringing such an effective counter maneuver, it doesn't look as if Sayuze can be able to emerge victorious in this game as long as the spike remains up. As we see, Trantor taking chip damage. We're kind of just going through the motions, but it doesn't look as if Sayuze can really break this, as spikes seem to be remaining up on his side, but not the opposing side. Fortress finally comes in, but look, it's going to take a huge Earthquake and another one to take it out. So the Cloister is going to come on in. It's going to be able to get a Rapid Spin off, and on top of that, due to its being at 29%, it's going to be able to take that Surf and get spikes up before dying off. And now it's going to be a 5-5 game, but spikes are stuck up on Sayuze's side, so I can't see a world in which he's going to lose, especially with Zapdos getting that rest off. It doesn't really look like there are any explosions on Sayuze's team either, so I'm not sure he's going to make progress here, honestly. Well, we're going to force the rest. It looks as if the Raikou's not going to really be able to break this Zapdos. So it gets a critical hit, but on a rest turn, so it doesn't really matter a ton. And finally, the Steelix comes in once more. Really pushing the issue here with the Steelix, but the Venusaur comes in here against once again. He's going to Swords Dance once. He's going to Swords Dance again, forcing the Skarmory stand, but it's going to take a large amount of damage from the Drill Peck. But now positions the Zapdos to get back in. So Venusaur always truly doing something. The progress of Venusaur is impeccable. So we're back at it again. It's kind of roaring things out with Steelix. Why not? You see the Venusaur baits a Sleep Talk there. Really nicely done. And finally, Tard is on the verge of going down here. Finally does. And it looks as if Sayuze can just not take down that Venusaur or the core surrounding it. Truly highlighting how effective it is. And just going on and on and on. Yup. Until finally, the spikes are just wearing things out, forcing rests and sleep talks, as you see. As you noticed, it's only 11 rest stock here left, and only 4 left on here. So yeah, really progress is being made progressively. Um, I mean, the Snorlax can't break through to Umbreon, and the Steelix can always phase it as well. And this Raikou is just not capable of breaking through either. Just looks as if this Venusaur core is too bulky for Sayuze to be able to take out. Unfortunate. So we're just going through the motions. We're almost 160 turns into the game, and finally Sayuze is going to concede, knowing that he's not capable of taking out this Venusaur, which looms very healthy at 88% as the game comes to a close. So let's get into ADV. A generation where Venusaur has actually been used as a lead a fair amount, and as we see here, there it is. So we're going to get a Sleep Off turn 1 on the Claydol, and then a Leech Seed on the Skarmory, and then Bliss is going to come out here, and it's going to take a Hidden Power Fire, just minuscule damage. However, we've already crippled one thing, and gotten a Leech Seed off another to threaten it out, so a pretty good start, and it's going to be a Sing Blissey there. So it's going to be Umbreon as well in this generation, interestingly enough. In this dynamic duo that has taken out Sayuze many a time is paired with Tyranitar, what might be the best Pokemon of ADVOU. Getting an Earthquake off on a substitute Jirachi to take it down. Take down a substitute, that is. Skarmory comes in again on a Dragon Dance, so Tyranitar already posing a threat due to the support provided by Umbreon taking the sleep, and Venusaur forcing the hand early enough, and it's a taunt variant as well, so it looks as if this Skarmory is in for a long shot. However, unfortunately for Ray, not only is there Claydol, which is immune to Earthquake and takes resistance down from Rock Slide, but despite that being slept, there's also a Swampert, so Dragon Dance Tyranitar is not going to be making much progress in the immediate future for Ray's side, it seems. However, we're going to get a Zapdos in here, which could force the Blissey potentially. That's good. We're just going to kind of go through the motions once more. Hopefully waking Umbreon up. We're going to get a sleep turn, and Tara's going to come in, not going to get frozen by Ice Punch again. And we're going to see the Swampert come out. Gyarados comes in, takes a Surf, then doubles out and a Protect. And going to be hidden power Grass, it seems, as that comes into the Claydol for 45. Not sure why I didn't just go Blissey, but hey, the time passed Umbreon. Tramtran comes in again. It's going to get frozen, but it's going to thaw. We're going to get a pretty good Earthquake on Swampert as well, so maybe we're making progress here. We're going to see a Tar double, but the Dugtrio is going to come in there and trap it. So there's a kill for us to use. All of a sudden, it looks like maybe our hero has a chance of taking down his arch nemesis in this game. And maybe that could mount a comeback in the series. We'll have to wait and see. However, the Umbreon is going to be able to pass a wish to something to maybe counter this. It seems futile, though. As this Jirachi almost definitely carries an electric move in tandem with Ice Punch. And it's going to stomach that Earthquake, and it's going to miss the Thunder. So here come. We're going through the motions. Going to get the Venusaur sleep, and now we're going to get the Jirachi back in, and it's going to get an Ice Punch into Umbreon. Going to be Agility on Zapdos. Oh, shit. Jirachi comes in again. It's a mean look, right? But is it going to get a freeze? It's going to need to get a freeze. It does get the freeze. It's going to come right up, and it looks as if this could be it. Another freeze. Oh, and we're all the way up at +5, and yep, that's going to be it. The Jirachi's going to sweep. The Venusaur wasn't even sent to the fire, but needless to say, it would have died. So finally, a score for Sayuze in the battle against Venusaur and Umbreon. Actually froze that Umbreon a couple times. So yeah, really good stuff here. Definitely showing that he's capable of really breaking out of this Venusaur-induced trauma that has been caused repeatedly. And finally, Generation 4. You can see a Bronzong here against Swampert. So no Venusaur yet. Maybe he's out of the woods. As Toxic can land on Swampert, however. You see Stealth Rock set up here. As the Balloon is going to come in on a Gyro Ball, so it only takes a mere 37%. The Tentacruel is going to come in here, interestingly enough. Not a super common Pokemon for DPP standards. Really got good in Black-White due to Rain Dish with Rain. And we're going to see the Venusaur come in on a Focus Punch. And it's going to stomach that for a mere 48%. So really keeping this Venusaur in check, keeping this Breloom in check, nicely done there. And on top of that, we're going to be able to see here, it's going to go for Thins to recover all the way back up to full. So it's as if that Focus Punch didn't happen. Really a true counter there. And we're going to see Umbreon as well on the Psychic. Bloom comes in here to try and check it. However, it's going to be Wish, so it's not going to be able to make much progress. As we said before, Venusaur should be able to check it. as it comes back in here and barring a critical hit with a high damage roll, which we see is not going to happen. Venusaur's in once again, safely. The sword stands up as the Jirachi comes in. Are we going to see it go for the Earthquake or are we going to see it retreat? It's going to go for the Earthquake and it's going to be faster. And on top of that, it will stomach that Psychic. So all of a sudden, the Venus is really breaking things open. Truly impeccable. Going to go for Earthquake. Unfortunately, this time it's going to encounter the Latias, so Bronzong's going to have to come back in. Taking only 21% from Draco. Gyro Ball here. And now he's going to bring it into the Heatran on the Will-O-Wisp, dodging it. Predicting correctly that he wouldn't go for the Fire Attack, but rather the status move. And I'm sure that Umbreon has Heal Bell, so truly calculated play there as he heals up, making the Heatran essentially his bitch. And now we're going to see the Umbreon come in again on the Hidden Power this time, predicting the Bronzong perhaps. And it's probably going to become my Hidden Power from Sayuze. That makes sense. Probably going to see a Wish here, predicting the Breloom. And now back to Venusaur, I'd imagine. Yep, only 46% there, and it's all the way back up to full. Venusaur really manning the ship here. We have Power Whip as well into the Latias for 27%. Big damage. And now he's going to go back to Umbreon, protect here. Love someone. He's going to get the Tentacle in here. Umbreon back in. He's going to curse up. Wow. Very cool to see a curse Umbreon. Maybe this will be the bane of his existence this time around. But no, we're going to have to be forced out by the Breloom. This time coming in with Seed Bomb. And we're just kind of going through the motions again. And, oh, it's going to critical it. Oh, wait, we got to go back. So he's going to curse. He's going to Focus Punch here. And unfortunately, it's going to critical hit the Venusaur. But this was actually a tactic that was prepared for by Ray as he brought out the Dugtrio to trap it. So even when it's going to critical hit, Venusaur is actually going for the game, really giving Reyscarface a way to open things up. As he took out the Breloom in Revenge Kill with the Dugtrio. So yeah, I mean, Venusaur really doing work, but also the Umbreon is still alive and well, and really able to potentially sweep this game now that the Breloom is dead. So yep, now we're going to see the Dugtrio take care of the Heatran, and the Umbreon is going to come in here and start cursing up, and I don't know what's going to stop it, but doesn't look as if there's much of a way. And yeah, the Umbreon is going to sweep, so just taking turns, just tormenting Sayuze with these amazing Pokemon and their sets of sweeping. So yeah, it looks like Ray's going to win the series 3-1 with the help of a very helpful Venusaur and a strong Umbreon in Game 4. This will be a wrap.